Taking more trades doesn't mean making more money. It's taking a few good setups that is going to make you money.
That is one habit that I feel like many traders should actually adopt.
I've always been positive. I know it's going to take a bit of time, but if I can hang in, keep getting better, all these things will fall in place. So I know you can only take one trade a day. And if it's making money, well and good. If it's a loss, still good, because I know I could still get a good trade tomorrow. If someone went and watched the Vidollar YouTube channel, you could see this young guy losing $10 and now to a point where I make 3,000 in like a day.
Wow.
Just got a Range Rover. Months to come, I'll probably get like a Lamborghini Urus or something.
Hello everyone, presenter Ali here. The A is always for amazing. Believe me, you guys, we are currently in Uganda and we've come to have an amazing conversation with one and only Vidollar himself. How are you doing, my brother?
Okay, bro, how you doing, man?
Oh, let me first say congratulations. The last 2 years have been massive, bro.
We last had a conversation together about 2 years ago.
Yes.
We had a Mac X, drove it up to Kenya. Last year got a Mercedes. Now early this year on my birthday got a Range Rover.
Looking at it, it looks like just the other day.
Like, that's the crazy part.
Yeah, the last time we were having this conversation, one thing that actually stood out is like you are consistently being profitable.
Yes.
How's the progress so far?
I do remember actually by then the figures weren't that crazy, but now I would say they're much more crazy because I've had days where I've made like 3,000 in like a day.
Wow.
Actually, funny thing is, like in my first year, I was making like $10 in a day. Then at some point I started making like 50.
How's the feeling, bro?
I would say gratitude comes first.
Yes.
Like at some point you have to sit down and say, oh my goodness, I'm so grateful.
Yes.
Because I feel like that's how you just keep growing.
Is it something you'd always known that is gonna happen?
I've always been a positive person, even with work. Now specifically with trading, I've always been positive. I know it's going to take a bit of time, but if I can hang in, keep getting better, all these things will fall in place. And just got a Range Rover. Months to come, I'll probably get like a Lamborghini Urus or something.
That's good, bro.
So you can only appreciate yourself, because if you want, then you can't even see how much work you're putting in.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you start trading?
What's trading in the first place? Forex trading is basically the exchanging of currencies. You could be buying the dollar for the pound, or say the dollar for the Kenyan shilling. It's just like how you could go to a Forex bureau and you want to exchange money. So you're buying and then in actual sense selling. Two transactions at a go. So this time around we are doing everything online. And that means if you had a phone or a laptop with internet, then you're able to trade. Someone could ask, well, now how do I make money?
Yes.
Yes.
That's the point.
So what happens is we buy currencies when the value is low and then sell when the value is high. A clear, better example would be how you could buy something at a lower price, expecting as the value increases, obviously you're making money. Say you bought something at $10 and like a month it's going to be $50. You've made a bit of money. For you to start trading, I'd say it's pretty easy. Having a phone is number one. A phone is like the biggest resource or asset any trader is going to have. I have a laptop, but I would say my phone still does the most.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. And then install the trading platforms. So you can install MT5, MetaTrader 5. It's like a global open platform that is open for traders. Of that, you can have a broker. So a broker is much more of an intermediate between you, the trader, and like the financial markets. So a better example of understanding what a broker is could be, say you wanted to find, say, a house in, say, a given part of Nairobi or any city, and you probably can't get to that place. You need an intermediate to go do the research for you. So now that's the brokers in the Forex market. So brokers have to be regulated. Just a few things to like consider before choosing one. Then you also look at how fast are the deposits and withdrawals, because that's the most important part. That's why you do all your transactions. Shouldn't be in a place where you've made money and these guys can't let you withdraw, or you have to wait for like 72 hours. It has to be instant.
Yes.
I think the most important part for any trader is to get the knowledge and truly understand how does the concept work. I don't want people to like get into trading, because I saw Vidollar, you know, flexing. Exactly, you know, get one too. You know, right, and make money. No, I want us to look at it in a sense of this is a real business. What's my approach? And at the end of the day, what do I want? And am I ready to put in the work and learn? I'm
gonna be pinning the link for Vidollar's video where he's actually done a step-by-step tutorial on how to start Forex trading in 2025. You can actually check it in my description, guys. Watch that video. It's amazing. You're going to learn a lot. And the fact that you've clicked to watch this video, it's something I am sure that you would be interested in. Let's get back to having this conversation on Vidollar. Would you say your psychology has also improved or changed in a way? Because 2 years is a long time.
I would say I'm much more confident. You see, one thing I've noticed with trading is the more you learn, then the more the confidence. I've lost money. I can proudly say that because I've learned throughout the whole process and I've adopted to become a better trader. Actually, trading psychology takes up like the biggest percentage in any trader's cycle. They say 20% for your risk management, 20% for your trading strategy, and then 60% for your psychology. But now we all never look at what comes in with psychology. Well, more fair enough, it's like, how do you feel when you're in a trade? Oh, panicking, what? But then on the other side, let's think about it. Would you panic if you really analyze your trade well? Yeah, you get like most probably not. Like if you have a great trading strategy, you believe in your system, you've tested it a number of times, then you're very good with, you know, trading psychology.
How would you say your trading strategies have changed? You know, over the past 2 years.
I've had the same strategy for like 3 years. Basic, simple, support, resistance, and all kind of stuff. In 2024, either mid or the start, at some point I had like a huge losing streak. So I sat down, I noticed something was changing. There are repetitive patterns are always involving. So you as the trader in some way must, because if you want, then sometimes you could find you're using an outdated system in markets that are actually evolving. So you're probably left behind. So got down, had to learn a few things here and there, had to refine my whole strategy. And for now, I've been using it for like almost a year actually, and things have really changed.
Maybe for someone who's actually interested, they'd really love to know, what is your current strategy?
I'll just say, please keep your trading strategy simple. Because the more you overcomplicate it, then the more the confusion. So to me, I'll always come over the chart. First things first, I need to see what's the trend, because we have big market movers. If the trend is to the upside or bullish, then we have institutional traders, big banks and all that capitalizing on that. So that's the first thing. I'll always do that, see on bigger time frames. I know, okay, this is on the daily or the H4 and we have like say a huge push to the upside. First thing. Then the next thing that I will do is I'll now draw out key levels. Key levels to some traders could be demand and supply. You need to see what other traders selling or buying, because you also need to capitalize on that. So I'll always draw those levels, and then after that I'll scale down to like smaller time frames. Could be like the M15 or even the M5 for entries. So just 3 criteria. First, I have my overall trend. The next up, I have my key levels. Could be my demand, supply. Some people could even say support and resistance. I don't know, order blocks and all kind of stuff. Then I'll scale down to like smaller time frames for entry confirmations, and I'm good.
Has it in any way ever happened to you that you find yourself not managing your risks well?
Yes, I would say for like the past 2 years, I've become more or less aggressive. By then, I was much more aggressive. Like if it's $1,000, I'll open up crazy lots because I want to make huge money. But I'm only doing that on good setups. I know this is a great setup and I'm ready to like risk it and make it big. But now I'm much more less aggressive. I think it's being conservative because I now trade with more money than then, because I've like an account of say 15,000. At least I know here if I made say 1,000 or 2,000, pretty good.
Yes, there have been a little bit of global events that have been taking place. We have the elections, we have the inauguration, we have the wars in other places. Of course, it's very unfortunate, but I want to know, do you think they have had an impact in the Forex market?
Yes, actually last year we saw gold break like the all-time high. I think by the time of doing this, it's probably like just at the all-time high. Then also Bitcoin went up to like 100 plus.
So, I remember.
Yes. Also that we have Trump in now, we're actually waiting, because I just noticed, I think he brought in tariffs and all that kind of stuff. So that's going to affect the dollar mostly. Now, the funny thing is the dollar is like the major currency. So if it's being affected, like the whole Forex market is going to
be affected.
See this guy, he's like this person who's going to go over on X, Twitter, make a tweet, and you see like a huge crazy move. So we are all just anticipating to see what happens. All in all, we are just ready.
Do you think it impacting crypto positively might have a negative effect on Forex, in that people will be like, they'll opt more to trade in crypto than in Forex?
At the end of the day, if you can make money trading crypto and make money trading Forex, we shall still have people engaged engaging in the Forex market, making crazy money. I think at the start of this year, there's been a crazy trend. Trump launched a meme coin and everyone is now getting into crypto and all kind of stuff.
Yes.
Personally, I stayed in the Forex market, like killing it.
You mentioned that you have had instances where you had like a losing streak.
Yes.
Would you say you are not managing your risk?
I was actually managing them to like that reasonable sense, because actually if I wasn't, more often enough I would have blown up a couple of accounts. Because now you see, you take a loss today, say you also take a loss tomorrow, then even the other day. And if you're not really managing the risk, account is literally gone. Because I've actually gotten to learn it that even if you have a good trading strategy, but you're bad off with risk management, bro, it's also hard to stay consistent. Because okay, I mean, you have a great strategy, you've made money today, but now let's say you risk 50%.
Yes.
Because now let's say you're trading off with like $1,000, and you risk 500 because you want to make like 1,000 or something. And now let's think about it, you take a loss.
Yes.
Bro, that's 500 gone. Now how about tomorrow? Maybe you took a loss, account wiped off. So I would say even if a trader has like the best trading strategy, but bad luck with risk management, that's not it. Yes.
Sometimes I personally feel like there's a thin line actually between confidence and greed. Sometimes you might feel like you are confident, but in real sense, you're just greedy.
Well, I've been in that position. Like I've made money, I'm like, okay, something is okay. I'm in and things never go well. Discipline has been like the biggest thing I've learned. So I know, listen up, Vidollar, you can only take one trade a day. And if it's making money, well and good. If it's a loss, still good, because I know I could still get a good trade tomorrow. Yes. So I'm sticking to that, trusting my trading strategy, and things have really been the better. Funny thing is, most guys end up taking a bunch of trades. And now what happens is you're over trading, you'll probably take a loss, and now you're trying to revenge trade. At the end of the day, the account is gone. I always mention this actually. Taking more trades doesn't mean making more money. In actual sense, it's taking a few good setups that is going to make you money.
That is one habit that I feel like many traders should actually adopt.
Yes.
Do you think that you have any other habits that probably have helped you, discipline your trades?
I would say the biggest one to me is the trading plan firstly, then journaling. I do note down and see how have I performed. I'll give an example. I tend to have live trading sessions. See, now the crazy part is I'm in front of like 1,000 people. So I'm so analytical, and I take my precious time that even when I get a setup, most times I have to reconfirm, is this okay? And then I'm able to take that trade. Then more to that, sometimes I tend to get back to this trade. How did it perform? Well, I made money. What did I look out for? So I tend to document this. Sometimes I could easily do that by writing, and I think it's a very, very good habit.
What are some of the mistakes that beginners make when getting into trading?
Most traders actually come in with like huge expectations. Say, I'm going to make like my first $10,000 in like 1 month, which is not a reality, to be honest. Understand that, okay, this is a business and you're going to grow gradually. I can't promise that you're going to make like your first $1,000 from 50. Okay, it's possible, you can do that, but let's think about it in the most realistic way. You're probably just gambling. Yes. Then next up, I would say it's with the knowledge, someone finding what works and sticking to that. So what happens is we like have a lot of resources. To be honest, we have YouTube. We also have Baby Pips. It's like a free site where anyone can learn trading. But now what happens is most traders get bombarded with a ton of content. Vidollar is teaching you this. This other guy is teaching you this. At the end of the day, most traders have a ton of unfiltered information. And now someone is trying to like figure out what works and what doesn't. Sometimes they pay the costs, say through trading and making losses and all that, which in actual sense, I would say it's way better that if you found one mentor, say even on YouTube, stick to that one mentor, learn. Because at the end of the day, if that system is working, that means if you can actually learn and master that, well, more enough, it's going to work for you, because at least it's proven and it has worked. I'd also try to like emphasize mentorship. One thing I've noticed is for any business, you need to learn from someone who has been into that. Yes.
As a beginner, how do I look at a trader and say, this guy is going to be my mentor?
We need to see, has this guy really grown?
What has his journey been like?
Exactly. I mean, if I could give an example, I've been documenting my journey for like 4 years or 5 years. From the time I was trading with like $5, actually, if someone went and watched the Vidollar YouTube channel, you could see this young guy losing like $10, and because I would literally like put everything on camera, and now to a point where I make say 5,000 or something, you need to see, okay, he has a system. I would also prefer looking at testimonials or stories, because anyone could just come out and say he's a mentor, which is crazy, and that's what social media has brought. Do you have any people that have learned from you? So I think the Instagram lifestyle on the side, you need to do a bit of research
into detail, and try and see what has this guy done, what has he been through, what are some of his high moments, what are some of his low moments that he's gone through. From Forex trader getting into content, how has the journey been?
Actually, I learned trading from a YouTuber. To me, I got to this saying, okay, you learn from this guy. Well, that means if you put it out or push it out, then there are people that are going to get inspired or learn from you. Crazy. Right now, I have like about 250,000 subscribers, and these people have gotten to learn from Vidollar. See, that's the crazy part. Meaning, more often enough, if I hadn't put this information out, then maybe all these 250 people wouldn't have found out about trading. Are
there any resources that you would recommend? Maybe a YouTube channel you used to watch?
Back in the day when I was starting, I used to watch the trading channel. I think he still does create content about trading. Then my channel, Vidollar, like I share real stuff. Then the most interesting part is I also do live trading. I remember when I started, I went on YouTube and searched for Forex live trading. I wanted to see someone trading live, you know, seeing things happening in real time.
And you didn't see?
I didn't, but now that I'm in position to do that,
you're doing it. When do you do it?
Mondays.
Every
Mondays, 2 p.m. East African time. So we are always on making money. 1,000+ people all watching live. So that's crazy. If we took a loss, everyone is going to see, oh, we had a losing trade. I've read one big important book in trading, and it's called Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. A very good book that shows you what trading is about. It's much more of the psychological part, even away from the charts, because there are other books to do with charts. There is one called Candlestick Bible, where you'll get to learn how candlesticks are and all that kind of stuff. But then the other one seems to be like my best book, Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas.
What would you say has been your biggest success over the past 2 years?
Starting off with, why am I in trading in the first place? It's the freedom part, and then being able to experience life to the maximum. Most of these have happened. I'm able to travel. I could go to any destination, the materialistic things, cars and all that, which is all good. But I also feel like at some point, I just keep growing. At some point, you can't even find any fulfillment in this anymore. But what happens now is like your close people, your family, your teammates. And to me, actually, at some point, that's now what I look out for. Because to be honest with cars, being able to buy a Range Rover, I mentioned I'm going to buy a Lamborghini, which is honestly possible, because I know with what I'm in and what I do, it's all possible. I don't know if it was 2023, I bought a car for my mom, and that was the most like fulfilling thing. Because she was like the first person that I had to convince before I got into trading. Even my first capital was from her. So I'm like, I need to like award her or get her something. And then more to that, getting on trips like with my team, you know, experience life. But then most importantly is the thousands of people that I've been able to inspire through my journey. You see, people look at my journey and say, what, this guy has been able to grow from this to this, which makes it honestly very, very possible for anyone. When someone looks at the younger Vidollar and now who I am now, all that they will notice is the time difference. Vidollar has been doing this for about 5 years, and you are probably in for like a year or something. You only notice there is no luck, there is no nothing, but just time and effort. And above all, consistency.
What would you say has been your largest drawdown you've ever faced, and how did you recover?
With my trading? Should be last year. I lost about $7,000 in like a day. It's actually crazy to think about. Because what happens is it hits different when I do the conversion.
That's like around 1 point something million. You turn it to Uganda, it's like 40 million.
Till now, I do take losses. But I also make crazy money. So I just had to learn to say, okay, losses are part of trading. How am I supposed to approach them? If I took a loss, how am I going to go over this? And I just keep progressing.
When it comes to copy trading, if someone wanted to invest probably in your trading strategies, what would that look like?
I think it's a good thing, because you tend to make money from the other pro traders' trades, which is a good thing. Personally, I don't do copy trading. I think let me talk to a trader who would want to
copy someone's trades,
copy. I think most importantly, you must really understand the trader first, proven system, track record, firstly, because it doesn't help investing money with someone who's literally going to blow your account, but also understanding the risk attached to it.
Yes.
I think even from the trader, it must be made clear that you copy trading and this is the risk associated.
Before we wind up this conversation,
Yes.
how are you looking at scaling up your trading operations?
Well, with my trading, might have to get to a point where I have to hire a team now of like professional traders to do that trading, because trading, to be honest, it requires a lot of focus. So if you can't focus and lock in for that time that you have to trade, it's going to be so hard. So I'll definitely think of that. Good thing is we are able to groom traders. Personally, I'm able to groom a traders how I want, use the same system. So that would be much better in the long run. Then having an academy of like traders. At the moment, we probably have like the biggest school in East Africa.
Yes.
We've been able to like train over 2,000 plus, both online and then physically, learning how to trade. Also looking at scaling it up, perhaps to like get a trading school in Nairobi.
Yes, if you're watching this and you're in Nairobi and you'd like Vidollar to actually open up a school, just comment down below. I mean, I personally have got to learn a lot from you, and also from your journey. Talk to anyone who's watching you, talk to your fans, talk to people who've actually been believing in you since day one.
We have our phrases that we stand by. Once you're in, there's never looking back. I feel like most people tend to quit before they see the results. Yet in actual sense, if you locked in and hanged in for a bit, longer, then you're probably going to make it big. Then the next one that we have now, like our 2025 theme, less talk, more action. We are doing less of the talking and more of the action.
And I've been having an amazing conversation with one and only Vidollar. And as I have told you guys, I have pinned the link for his school. I've pinned the link for how to start Forex trading in 2025. And I've also pinned the link for my recommended broker if probably you want to get started in Forex. Thank you so much for coming.
It's a great pleasure, bro.
It's been your boy, presenter Ali. The A is always for amazing. I'll see you guys in the next video.